What Paul Ryan is going to focus on for the next month is exclusively on keeping Congress in control of the Republicans, saying they need to be a check on a possible Hillary Clinton presidency. Now, this message, which was delivered to his members, was not received particularly well. A lot of pushback on this call, I am told, from members, particularly supporters of Donald Trump and who come from districts that have a lot of Trump supporters, saying that you're helping Hillary Clinton by taking this stance. You're giving the Supreme Court potentially to Hillary Clinton, and we need to do more to help Donald Trump. One member, I'm told, said that the better Donald Trump does, the better House Republicans do, and it's, quote, not rocket science. Now, the House Speaker didn't really push back on these members, I'm told, but he did say that he was not going to unendorse Donald Trump, at least not at this moment. So it sounds like he's probably going to still vote for Donald Trump, but he's not going to do anything to defend him. He's not going to campaign with him. And clearly that's a very, it just shows, Wolf, how difficult of a position Republican leaders find themselves in as Donald Trump continues to make controversial comments, and particularly in the aftermath of that rather lewd tape that was leaked over the weekend, Wolf.
Yeah, and Mano, the statement put out by Paul Ryan's spokeswoman, Ashley Strong, and I'll read it to our viewers. The Speaker is going to spend the next month focused entirely on protecting our congressional majorities. The working assumption is that Paul Ryan is now assuming that Hillary Clinton is going to be the next president of the United States, and he doesn't want her to have a Republican majority in the House and a Republican majority in the Senate. Is that what he's assuming?
That's what a lot of members who got off the call, several of whom I spoke with afterwards, they took that message away, that Paul Ryan is essentially conceding the White House to Hillary Clinton. But I should caution, the Ryan camp is pushing back pretty aggressively on that. They're saying there was no concession whatsoever. Paul Ryan did not try to make that, leave members with that impression. He did not say that Donald Trump cannot win, but he did make clear that he does need the Republicans to stay in control of Congress in order to be a check on a potential Clinton administration, assuming if she does win, that they need to keep control of Congress, which is why he wants to focus the next month on keeping control of Congress. He's been barnstorming the country in these difficult House races, and he's doing some with Senate Republicans as well. So that's his focus, but obviously does not want to be in difficult political position with the top of his ticket, Wolf.